Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Courtney Quinn, and I am the Assistant Principal of Launch Virtual Academy. Welcome to the very last Lunch with Launch of quarter one. So quarter one is going to be ending very shortly, and we're excited to have you here and tell you some great things that are happening at our school site. Joining me today is Mr. David Cobian. Mr. Cobian, could you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. My name is Mr. Kobian. I am your ASB administrator here at Launch Virtual Academy.
Thank you, Mr. Cobian. Dr. Oyoa will not be joining us today, but has given Mr. Cobian and I the privilege of sharing all of the information today with you. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Mr. Cobian, can you see that presentation?
I sure can.
Excellent. We have a lot of things to talk with our families about today. We're going to talk about our end of the quarter celebration, our final grades, what's happening with fall credit completion, and then we'll have time for question and answer. Anyone coming in right now, this is a recorded meeting at the moment. It'll be about 15 to 20 minutes, and there is translation information in the chat if needed. Let's move on to that next slide, Mr. Cobian. And it's all about you. Tell us what is happening with our ASB and our end of the quarter celebration. I'm so excited for this.
Oh, I think we're all excited. It's a beautiful day. It's San Diego. It's amazing outside. I have a student out there that's working on making a pickleball court. We're actually making one. He's also tomorrow he's going to work on making a Foursquare. Just bringing it back, have a little competition, have fun. We're inviting all students to join us next week on Thursday, September 21st, from 12:30 to 3. All students that will join us will receive one free hot dog, one free drink. We have clubs that will be here, also selling items, fundraising, and having a good time. We're going to play music. We're going to have a raffle. We're going to have designated rooms. One of the rooms is going to be a movie. The other room is going to be a board game room, kind of like an arcade room. And then the other room is going to be karaoke. We're going to show off those vocal cords. And we're also excited to open up our robotics classroom and showcase what our students have been doing here with the robotics, and let students give them an opportunity to see if they want to join and participate these different clubs that we have here available. Some of the advisors will be here, and some will be selling, fundraising. Others will be here just to maybe recruit students and let students know what's available for them as far as clubs. So once again, end of the quarter celebration next week, Thursday. We are all excited to have the students come join us and have a good time.
Thank you for sharing, Mr. Cobian. So parents, that's from 12:30 to 3. Feel free to drop your student off. Obviously, this is an optional in-person activity, but it's great for our students if they want to come together and meet other students who come to school here at Launch to start really feeling part of a community. Couple of things. The end of the quarter celebration is listed in our Skyrocket newsletter. Please, students, RSVP. Parents, if you're bringing your students, have them RSVP. It helps with the food count for us, so we appreciate that. And Mr. Cobian, what are we wearing that day? What colors are we asking everyone to wear?
That's right. We're really excited about even launching off a Good Spirit Day. So if you plan to join, please wear blue and white to represent the Launch Virtual Academy colors, blue and white.
And if they have launch shirts, that's great. They can wear those as well. If not, the blue and white. I'm really excited. I know a lot of our teachers are excited for this event too. So a lot of the teachers will be here. It's a great opportunity to meet teachers in person, meet your counselors in person. Dr. Oyoa will be here to meet all the students in person. And we're just going to have a good time, aren't we?
Absolutely. That's going to be next
Royal
week.
Blue.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Royal Blue, Angel. Yep. I like to call it Launch Blue personally. Good question, though, in the chat. Excellent. All right, Mr. Cobian. Well, let's move on to our next piece of information. This is important for our students and our parents. I know our teachers have been discussing those quarter one final grades. So let's talk about that. Teachers are turning in grades September 21st at 12 p.m. So teachers will be turning in grades right before that end of the quarter celebration. Make sure your work is into your teachers. I know teachers have deadlines for when work needs to be submitted. If you have any questions, reach out to your teachers, send them emails, send them Teams messages. We're getting to the finish line. Please make sure that you get those classes completed by the end of quarter one. Parents will receive on September 22nd their final grades. This will be done through not only Infinite Campus, but through email. And then Mr. Hernandez, our student program facilitator, he's fantastic. He will be emailing out final grades to families as well. So you won't even have to go into Infinite Campus. It'll already be there, but a couple of ways to look at it. Now, what happens if a student does receive an incomplete grade? They will be able to work on completing the class during fall credit completion. I know in the SMORE or the Skyrocket newsletter last week, Dr. Ulloa had mentioned that there might be some limitations to what would be happening during fall break, where normally the classes are open. We've been able to work with our IT team and with the Canvas team, and we're happy to say that our classes in Canvas will be open during those 2 weeks of break. So we're hoping our students pass their classes. We're hoping they get to that finish line. We know we have tutoring services in person as well as online there to help them. But if they do receive an incomplete, the 2 weeks during fall break, we will have classes open and support. And let's talk about what that looks like. So here at Launch, we're a little bit different. We offer something called fall credit completion. We are happy to say that all of our classes in Canvas will stay open during the break. What is the purpose of this? The purpose is that flexibility that we have talked about since you joined Launch, the ability to finish incomplete courses. Quarter one classes will stay open for the 2 weeks of break. They will actually be closing on the 8th of October. So that's going to be a Sunday. They'll close on the 8th. But we will have support during week 1, Monday through Friday. During week 2, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 12:30. There'll be a teacher live online that students can pop in and get help and support, as well as from 1 to 4 p.m. There'll be one teacher who will be working that week 1, one that week 2. And we will be putting out a special fall credit completion newsletter to our families, giving them the links for those live meetings. And we will be providing evening tutoring as well with our college tutors that we have. And we're working with our tutors as well as our Saturday support team to see what we'll be offering not only in the evenings, but Saturday. What can the teacher do? This teacher who will be online live will be able to offer support, tutoring, reset test and quizzes, and there'll be a support to students. This is a way for students to have additional help and support. We have run fall credit completion now for a couple. This is about the 3rd time we're doing the fall credit completion. Our students are getting used to that they have this opportunity. We'll send out a full Skyrocket newsletter for our families with that information about the fall, but we're excited to be able to offer this opportunity for our incomplete students to get those classes done. So we want to finish, but we also know sometimes things happen, and here's that flexibility. This information will go out to families. Those links will be live, teachers will be there, and something I'm happy to say is there'll be bilingual support as well. So that'll be great to have that bilingual support. There'll be support with math, with English, with science, with social science. So we're happy to announce that that is happening. And Mr. Cobian, before we have questions, I have one other thing I'd like to share with our families. I'm throwing in a surprise. Is that okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so let me go ahead and let me stop sharing my screen. And I'm actually going to pull up the Skyrocket newsletter.
I feel like we need drum roll right now.
I don't think it's as exciting as a drum roll, Mr. Cobian, but you know, hopefully. I wanted to bring our families' attention to a way that they can go ahead and they can get involved with the Sweetwater Union High School District in our school. And we still have a few opportunities here at launch to become involved, and I'd like to share those with our families. They have been in our Skyrocket newsletter, but I want to make sure that I'm able to share this with our families. So let me go ahead. Mr. Cobian, do you see that Skyrocket newsletter in front of me?
Loud and clear. I see it.
All
Yep.
right. And this is a great newsletter, has all the important information. But if you go down and just a few places, you will see that we are still looking for parents for our District Parent Advisory Committee, as well as our District English Language Advisory Committee. What are these committees? The District Parent Advisory Committee is parents who give the district input on different programs and services for Title I schools, as well as LCAP, or Local Control and Accountability Funding. These meetings are in person or they are online, so they have a hybrid option. We have one parent who is interested already in our District Parent Advisory Committee, but we do need other parents to join. So we're looking for another parent so that we can have two. If you are interested, please go to the SMORE, click right here, and you can go ahead and fill in the form showing your interest. Mr. Cobian, if you don't mind, could you share, actually, you know what, I'll do it. I have it in front of me. I'm going to share the link to that Skyrocket newsletter to our families so they have it. Also, we're looking for parents for our District English Language Advisory Committee. These meetings are held monthly at the district office. We need to have at least one representative, but we can have two alternates. A lot of the things discussed at DLAC deal with our English learners, yet you don't have to be the parent of an English learner to be involved in this committee. If this is something that you're interested, please, if you have questions, feel free to email me. I'll put my email in the chat as well. And you can go ahead and you can fill in the little form, which would give us information showing that you're interested. These are just great ways to get involved, not only in our school, but also in our school district. And my email is there as well if you have additional questions. With that, Mr. Cobian, I am going to stop the recording and we will be able to answer questions from our families. Does that sound like a good idea?
Absolutely.
All right, give me one moment to stop that recording.